Okay, so real quick, thank you to everyone that liked the video, everyone that showed love in the comments. I sincerely appreciate you. Even my dog, Untied Hawaii, showed love. What a freaking legend. Now, this video is being released a little bit later than I would have liked, but we just got the update. We got the full drop list. I wanted to have the full drop list for you guys because honestly, this week is kind of weak. But there's still a couple plays that you can use to make some money. But before we get into it, I gotta go to the thrift store because I also gotta drop off some North Faces for mi madre. For those of you that don't know, my mom sells North Faces. So all the women's North Faces I find when I'm thrifting, I just give to her. All right, guys. Well, I was having audio difficulties, which is why I have to do a little voiceover. But I gave my mom a bunch of North Faces while I was at the bins with RJ. She just stopped by, said what's up. I gave her some North Faces. She talked about how much money she could make, anywhere from $400 to $500. And then, of course, RJ said, money. Streetwear, sneakers, and vintage clothes have always been a part of my life. Now they're helping me build a community and support those I love most. When I left the military, I started reselling vintage as a side hustle. And when both my parents were diagnosed with cancer within the same year, that side hustle became a way to give back. With this series, I'm going to show you how to turn clothes into cash.
Oh my god. I guess I'm going to be counting tonight. I'm going to cry.
Alright guys, in that last clip, my audio was off, so that's really cool. Basically, it was just me giving my mom North Faces. As you can see, half this row is linens right now, which is terrible. Alright guys, so the only thing I have this Beetle shirt, a beautiful essential Carhartt, which is amazing workwear. This is a little bit newer, but still super clean, pristine condition. An absolutely scrumptious little Nike sweater of some sort of dry tech, maybe tech fleece dry, I don't know what the fuck. But it's beautiful. And then of course, always essential, the North Face. Usually it's pretty easy to find these in women's, that's why I gave my mom a bunch of them. However, this one is a men's, and of course all these will be posted to thriftrow.com. You already know what time it is. The homie RJ Suave cracked on some jerseys. I finally got the follow back from Loveless, man. Look, man, the legendary, no crazy. No and we got the word that Supreme is dropping the lipstick this week in their own shade of red. RJ, you getting the lipstick?
Only for the weekends, man.
Ooh. All right, the drop list is live, and yeah, we got the entire thing, boys. We got the entire drop list, and I'm just gonna let you guys know right now, it is absolute garbanzo beans. There are still a couple ways you can make some money though. That being said, if you guys would like to secure any of these items, or if you guys want to secure any upcoming sneaker releases, make sure you check out the Lace Network. That is a Discord group that I'm a part of, and you already know we cook. You guys see me on Instagram all the time flexing hella packages, and you guys know that since I've joined the Lace Network, my game has definitely increased when it comes to copping. I just copped the Unions, I killed the Palace drop last week, and if you took an L on the Palace drop, I'm telling you, like I said, join the Lace Network. All VIP members get access to Cardinal completely free. And if you already have a lifetime copy of Cardinal, you can actually just resell it like my boy Trap did. Not to mention you can get slots ran. They have reseller guys that'll teach you how to get involved and start making money reselling online. They run you through everything from A to Z, and on top of that, they give you all the tools to actually become a reseller. You don't just need to cop hype shit like this Supreme release or upcoming sneaker releases to be a reseller. They have entire brick flip guys that'll show you guys all the different shoes you can buy online right now that are currently on sale at Foot Locker, Finish Line, etc. that flip for more on StockX. So you're literally just buying from one website and selling on another. There's a ton of ways to make money online, and that's why I always tell you guys, check out the Lace Network. They offer a plethora of services to get you guys started with reselling. Anyways, when it comes to this drop, like I said, there's a couple things that you should pay attention to, but for the most part, there's not a lot of money to be made this week. I think the most guaranteed way to make money is to get as many of these S logo beanies as possible. When you look at a lot of the S logo stuff, over time, they do tend to do all right. And if you look at these beanies, these S logos are currently going for $124. Highest bid is 92 bucks. And with the retail of $38, that is not bad at all. It's not guaranteed that these ones will go for the exact same price, but I mean, overall, they're pretty nice. There was a lot of hype behind the hoodies, and the hoodies that have the spell out, that have this little like ice effect on the lettering, is actually doing pretty well. I would not be surprised if over time this went for right around $100. That being said, of course, morning of, I think they'll go for probably between 60 and 70. If you can get your hands on 2 or 3 different cards and have 2 or 3 different addresses, that alone is 60 bucks that you can make Thursday morning or tomorrow morning when the Supreme drop goes live. So yeah, that's probably one of the most guaranteed flips. Moving down, you have the Supreme Mophie Power Station. Now this retail is $188. I knew it wasn't gonna be cheap because if you look at other power stations, they're right around $150. So I knew it was gonna be a little bit more than that. A lot of people are honing in on the fact that this has jumper cables because yes, it can jumpstart your vehicle if your battery dies, which is kind of funny because let's be honest, a lot of people that are gonna buy this do not have a car. There's gonna be a lot of New Yorkers charging their phone on this shit and they don't even have a car, but that being said, it has a lot of other uses as well. First of all, it's got Qi wireless charging. I hope I'm saying that correctly, but you know, I don't really speak that many languages. Me hablo español, inglés, and a little bit of Guapanese. Another shout out to my boy Chap This Way. Anyway, it's got 2 USB ports, an AC outlet. I mean, an AC outlet, I can literally plug my laptop into it. You can plug a computer into it. You can do live cops on the go. Basically, what I'm saying is with this piece, I can go camping and then do live cops at the campsite. And to top it all off, it's got an LED floodlight. Basically, this right here is perfect for the apocalypse. Clearly, Supreme sees the damage from the coronavirus. They see the impending doom of the zombie apocalypse, so they are getting you prepared with the Hype Beast apocalypse-ready item. Now, the third most voted item is this Futura logo keychain. How is this the third most voted item? I like this spell out, but come on, it's just a keychain. I mean, for $14, it's not a bad multi-cart item. This is honestly one of those weeks that I'm hoping I can not do any single carts, so that way I don't have to worry about $10 shipping, because that shipping is disgusting. The only piece that I think could be kind of difficult would be the Supreme Vans, and I don't even think these Vans will really resell that much. I just know in general the shoes tend to be pretty hard to get. Now they're dropping some old schools and they're dropping some half cabs as well. When you take a look at the collaboration, you go to news and you look at some of these. I don't really care for the half cabs, to be honest. I think it's cool they're doing a half cab. I've never been a fan of half cabs personally, but I do know half cabs are good skate shoes. I do like the colors they chose, that royal blue, of course the bukkake colorway, the colorway that looks like it was skeeted on by 14 dudes. One of my favorite colors, the creme de la creme. I do not like that there's no contrast stitching on the bukkake colorway though. That being said, this royal blue looks really dope, and then on top of that, this black looks really sick with the contrast stitching as well. I don't know which color I like best. I think between the black and the cream, and I think that those are probably some of the better colorways when it comes to resale. I love this thick black midsole on this creme de la creme color, and then of course the black, I just love the fact that it's got that contrast stitching. So I don't know. The black pair is probably the safer bet. I'm not a big fan of these Supreme spellouts. When I first saw this shoe and I saw it from afar, I thought like, oh, that looks kind of cool, because I didn't see that it said Supreme, and then I got closer and I saw that it just said Supreme, 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 Supreme.
One eternity later.
Supreme, 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 Supreme. You get the point. It says Supreme like 47 times. It's absolutely ridiculous. First, I thought these were like streets. I don't hate branding. I'm not like super like, oh my god, bro, I can't have it say any brand. But I do think that this would have been a lot cooler if they would have implemented their branding in a little bit better way, in a way that's just not so in your face. Literally, the Supreme branding's like, here's Johnny.
Here's Johnny.
Speaking of this tee right here, I found this tee in the thrift for literally like 70 cents. I've already been offered $800 for this shirt. Little single stitch vintage shining tee, super dope. I was hitting in the thrifts this week. Anyways, like I said, it comes in a half cab model as well. I will probably not go for the half cabs, but I will probably try to cop a pair of the old schools, although I don't think they will necessarily resell that much. You might be able to make a little bit of profit, but like I said, your best bet when it comes to reselling are gonna be these New Era S logo beanies. And I don't even think those are a guarantee, but I think that's the best chance you have of making a little bit of money this week. Then you have the Supreme Pat McGrath Labs lipstick. Now, Pat McGrath is a British makeup artist. I love the packaging, and that's pretty normal for their packaging. I didn't know what the price point was gonna be. I saw prices anywhere from $20 to $50, and I was really hoping they were not gonna charge $50 for this, because already this is probably one of the worst accessories from Supreme. And I shouldn't necessarily say the worst accessories, because I mean, Supreme's produce a lot of garbage, but it does seem really odd for Supreme to produce. I'm really curious to see what kind of content we get out of this from fit pick takers around the world. Who's gonna be the first fit pick taker to apply this red shade of lipstick to their luscious lips for the fit pick? That being said, it does say the lipstick shade developed exclusively for Supreme, so I'm kind of wondering if this red is a true like Supreme red, whatever the color code for that is. It's a decent accessory, maybe to like throw in a raffle, which if you guys do not follow my page, make sure you guys go follow Robitussin Poppy, ROBITUSSINPAPI. I do have a Supreme North Face coming very soon, and probably a couple other Supreme North Faces after that. It'd be like a good little accessory piece to throw in there, and I am kind of curious to see how many they make. But yeah, it's a pretty weird accessory for Supreme to release. Then you have the collage logo short sleeve top. This is probably one of my least favorite shirts from Supreme. The colorways are lazy. I also hate the lettering. It's got a bunch of different letters, 7 different fonts that make up Supreme. It looks like a letter from a serial killer, and just overall, I'm not a fan of this. And then on top of that, they put the camo in front with that disgusting purple, like camo and purple. That's so hideous. Then you got the Penguins hooded fleece jacket. Now, this could be a low-key sleeper. The retail's $198, which is not terrible. That being said, it doesn't seem that wearable. Bars! I don't know, man. I'm really curious to see how this does. I know my boy Twinkie, aka Slubaka, likes this piece, and I think that honestly, what's really odd is the blue and the red stand out. I think the only color that's somewhat wearable is the black. I just look at it like this, right? Just look at this picture of all these beautiful little majestic-ass penguins. You got little mama penguin ready to feed baby penguin right here. And now imagine them wearing this fleece. You just can't imagine this being that that wearable by a bunch of people or penguins. Then you got this little depressed ass penguin over here. Poor little guy. He looks like he took an L on Supreme. Homie's just hella sad, and this dude over here is just like, yeah, fuck it. I don't care if he's sad. He's a bitch. I don't think this is that wearable, but like I said, it could kind of surprise you with the resale. I don't want to put too much faith into it because we have seen fleeces flop, but we've also seen fleeces shoot up or skyrocket in value. Like, for example, the wolf fleece. We have the piece hooded sweatshirt. Now, this is one of my favorite pieces. I mean, I might get it for the page because I know people that rock with me will like this because it's got the old English. This is definitely like my type of hoodie. You have these different words or numbers or years or whatever basically making up a peace sign. It says positive energy activates constant elevation. So some real hippy dippy shit. It says Supreme going down 1994, 2020. What I think is funny is it has 3 Supreme vertical spellouts. And then of course you have the Supreme spellout on the titty, the chesticle, and on top of that they did use Old English, which is my favorite font. So I was pretty stoked on this. I do like this, and I also like some of these colorways. If you go for any of these colors, the ones that I think will hold their value the best would probably be the black, maybe the army green, and I personally think this gray is really dope, but I don't know how it's gonna do in terms of holding its value, but I just think that red pops on that heather gray. Then you have the side logo track jacket. Now, I was kind of surprised about the retail with this. $158 retail. That's cheaper than the hoodies. You have the spell out embroidered going vertically down. If you do end up getting this, I'd go for black or tie-dye. Black's probably the safest bet, but that being said, I do not plan on going for these for resale, even though that delicious looking retail is kind of making me consider it. The shot cord nylon crushers. This piece is actually super wearable, and I would not be surprised if this piece went up in value over time. Like that white and black color, even the army green color, those 3 colors are super wearable, and I think they're dope. You have a little cord right here that you can actually tighten or loosen up. This is honestly one of my favorite crushers, and I feel weird saying that. I don't even care about crushers like that, but I think this is a super dope piece. If this nylon cord said Prada on it, people would be going crazy for this crusher hat. The textured small box sweater, one of my favorite pieces from this release. I think people are sleeping on this sweater. First of all, it's a knitted sweater, so it's not like the normal small boxes they do where it's just a crew neck. Not to mention, if you look closely, you see that Supreme spell on the rib diamonds right there, looking absolutely gorgeous. That being said, the only complaint about this sweater is the colorways are trash. You have white, navy, pink, black, and the only good color, which is this forest green. I'm just telling you guys straight up though, if I pull up to the retirement home and your grandma's there and I'm wearing that beautiful forest green, luscious looking textured knitted sweater with that petite, small, red little box logo on my titty, your grandma's eyes, her corneas are gonna be peeled to my chesticles. And she's already gonna see that chest popping out, and then she's going to slowly look down and see that Supreme spell out hidden ever so subtly on the ribdmans. You got the Jules hooded sweatshirt. These are applique logos, and I'm gonna say this is garbage. The side logo track pants, this one, if you go for this, I'd go for black, size small, maybe tie-dye size small. Obviously, black and tie-dye are going to be the most valuable. Tie-dye, they'll probably produce less of, but it's not that wearable. The black color is the most wearable, but $128. I'm not quite sure about that, chief. The snakeskin corduroy camp cap, shouldn't have to say anything, I fucking hate this. And honestly, a lot of the box logo hats don't do that well. This isn't wearable at all. I don't know what they're thinking. I would not be surprised if this just sat online unless they produce like 10 of them. The penguins rayon. Now, once again, this could be a low-key sleeper. I don't think it will be. Sometimes these rayons shoot up in value. I don't know though, because once again, it's not that wearable. If any of them do, I think it'll be the black color. Like I said, the blue and the red's not that wearable. I'm not a big fan of the penguin stuff. That being said, it seems like a lot of people like the penguin fleece and even the penguin rayon. I know this has got a lot of downvotes, but a lot of people I talk to, a lot of OGs and a lot of old heads that collect, say that they're fucking with this. I don't see the depressed ass penguin on here though. All these penguins look happy as shit, so I don't know what's going on. Maybe he was sad because he was left out of the rayon photo shoot. I have no idea. Moving on, you got the half calves I already discussed. You have the big stitch 6 panel. This kind of goes in line with another hoodie they're doing. I don't know why, but I kind of like this, and I hate that I like it because it looks like some fucking True Religion hat. Maybe it's just because I love the ARC logo. You got the Paris camo beanie. Now this beanie is absolute trash. This camo looks like shit, and the spell out looks like shit too. It looks all pixelated. It just looks like utter garbage. This looks like a hat I would wear if I was 14 and my parents just got divorced. So if you're in that situation, this might be a good hat for you, just to let people know that you are a rebel. Moving on, you have this which says Love Supreme. I don't know what this fucking A is. I really wish I knew what the entire beanie said. You got the little ball sack on top of the beanie. Overall, this is trash. You got the perspective rayon. My perspective on this rayon is that it is absolute trash. You got the spell out. It's like mirrored. It's garbage. The fact that this Stay Positive jacquard short sleeve top is not the most downvoted item is absolutely disgusting. They literally took my least favorite tee and put it on a jacquard shirt. I would rather just get a jacquard top that has the Capacha print all over it. You have the contrast stitch polo. I love the contrast stitching, but no, these colorways are trash. This polo is basic, and of course, do not go for this if you're planning on reselling. And then for some fucking reason, this corduroy flight pant is the most downvoted item, which is an absolute atrocity. The fact that this has more downvotes. I don't know if you guys folk with like Japanese fashion, but they actually released a pant with undercover a long time ago that had the same like zip where you can kind of tighten it by zipping it up. I think these are dope. I'm not a fan of the snakeskin, of course, because I don't like BDSM and I'm not like a YouTuber by day, stripper by night. So of course I don't fuck with the snakeskin one. But honestly, the olive and most importantly the black color, kind of hard and way harder than this weak ass contrast stitch polo or the Stay Positive Jacquard short sleeve top, and a couple of these other pieces too, like this freaking Love Supreme beanie with the nutsack on top. Obviously, you guys see the retails. If I had to guess what I was gonna go for, my goal is to get a New Era S logo beanie. One thing about this Supreme Mophie is that it will not be sold on StockX because it has a battery, and they don't sell anything with batteries, so that's kind of good. It really does depend on the sellout times in Europe. If the sellout times in Europe are super slow, then I'll try to get a little bit of everything. Bro, I'm really gonna buy Supreme lipstick. This is so fuck. You know, like the jokes where people always say like, oh, you'd buy a Supreme dildo if it said Supreme on it. Yes, 1000% I would if I felt like I could resell it. I'll make a whole fucking sex shop out of Supreme dildos if I can resell it. But anyways, I'm kind of curious to see the cart order. Like I said, I will go live tomorrow morning, Thursday morning, to go over my exact cart order once I see the sellout times in Europe. So make sure you follow me on Instagram, the Starlife, TheStarrlife. Follow my resale page, Robitus and Poppy, ROBITUSSINPAPI. And then of course check out the top link in the description to join the Lace Network. Use my code STAR, STARR, for 50% off your membership. Smash the like button, show some love in the comments, and if you did like the video, subscribe, turn on post notifications. As always, keep living the Star Life and peace the fuck out.
And my brother is that guy. You feel me? Jacob,
That guy.